presidential nomination. John McCain's widow, Cindy, is among the Republicans who've spoken on his behalf during the Democrats' convention this week.
For 3 decades, Joe was able to move his colleagues and find a way forward on violence against women, banning chemical weapons, assault weapons, and controlling nuclear arms.
The president's son, Donald Trump Jr., says about Republicans supporting Biden.
I don't think anyone's going to say Cindy McCain is going to come and support Trump. Oh, wow, look, the GOP is looking to her for influence, and I don't think that the GOP is looking to any of those people as thought leaders.
He was on Fox Business Network. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders because of wildfires in Northern California. The town of Boulder Creek is evacuated in Central California. A state fire spokesman says crews are stretched thin. America's listening to Fox News.
I like a bed that's really firm.
I need something a little softer than that.
Rest easy. With the Sleep Number 360 smart bed, you can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Can it really help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Okay, but can it help keep us asleep?
It senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you effortlessly comfortable. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. It's our biggest sale of the year where all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
WOCA.
Ocala. Some tricks for summer gardens in the Pacific Northwest to keep looking their very best. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Social distancing will not stop Citrus Expo from delivering education to growers. The virtual expo will debut online August 19th and the 20th at 9:30 a.m. View seminar videos at your convenience while earning CEUs. Pre-registration at citrusexpo.net is required for access to the seminars. Log on August 19th or the 20th to be eligible for a chance to win a $200 gift card from Bass Pro Shops. Citrus Expo is sponsored in part by Tessenderlo Curly Crop Vitality, Yara, Valent, and Syngenta.
This is my farm, and on it I'm raising corn. I'm raising soybeans, and sometimes wheat. I'm raising chickens, and a few horses. I'm raising catfish and crappies down at the pond. But above all that, before everything else, I'm raising my kids.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
Late summer marks the season for garden fresh produce and flowers by the basketful in the Pacific Northwest. The key to helping plants beat the warmer temps this month is keeping garden soil consistently moist. For areas along the coast, it's time to replace early summer veggies with fall crops of broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. It's also the perfect time to start buying fall bulbs as soon as you spot them at the garden center. Now through mid-September is also the best time to establish a new lawn. Be sure to check before you buy the grass to make sure it's adapted and ideal for your specific area. Other garden tasks to stay on top of in August: pruning, composting, and checking for unwanted critters that may be snacking on your harvest, such as the tomato hornworm. Stop applying fertilizer to perennials, shrubs, and trees. They're starting to harden off now for winter, and extra nutrients this time of year can make them less hardy. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your
ensure vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. PAL's team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give PAL's a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? PAL's looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Why call Two Men in a Truck? If you're like most people, you're moving and you work hard. You call 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained, professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. You call 352-289-0666. People who care about your things as much as you do. Time is of the essence, and you want it done fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, the movers who care. Visit twomeninatruck.com today and get moving. So call 352-289-0666.
2 Men in a Truck.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't make promises we can't keep. We'll be there on time, every time. We promise to work around your schedule and not ours. And we won't charge you overtime for nights, weekends, or holidays. So remember, if water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing, 237-2888.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Say now would be a great time this week to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala, especially if you're looking for that just right idea to spruce up your yard or your garden. Now, in the old-timey greenhouse, they have tons of indoor foliage. All of it is 10% off. They've got bird baths and pottery, much more stuff like that, all 20% off. And now the vegetable plants have arrived. They've got tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, collards, broccoli, and much, much more. Vegetable plants, the jumbo 4-pack is just $3.99. And how about that pine straw, the world's greatest mulch? Get the extra large bale of pine straw, just $4.99 each when you buy 10 or more. And by the way, vote for Bob Wines in the best of the best. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens. Bob Wines is open from 9 to 4:30 on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952.
when it really counts. Depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have clouds and sunshine today with a thunderstorm and a high of 87 to 89. Partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then look for a mix of clouds and sunshine on Thursday with a couple of thunderstorms around in the afternoon. High tomorrow, 88 to 90. Cloudy on Friday with a thunderstorm, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
On August 26th at 10:05 a.m., representatives from the College of Central Florida will be my guest. This month's program will feature CF Associate Professor Travis Douglas, our agribusiness program manager, who will talk about the need for employees in the agribusiness field and in our area and share some of his personal experiences running a farm and what careers are available. Again, that's Wednesday the 26th at 10:35 a.m. It's valuable news from the College of Central Florida and your friends at WOCA, The Source.
Stay connected with the centers, in person or telehealth using computer, iPhone, or Android. Phone 352-291-5555.
WOCA.
Welcome back as you're listening to AIM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Adam.
How
are you on this fine hump day?
Hump day, Wednesday. Yeah, moving right along. Boy, August is it's moving and grooving.
It's 19th
shaking
today.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Holy shenanigans.
Already halfway through it. And
it's amazing.
I guess it's the way you look at it, because next week is the last full week, and it's the full work week of August.
Yeah.
So there's only, after this weekend, only one more week of August.
And it's downhill after this, because it's hump day.
And then
I want to know who invented that. Whoever did, I love that.
Hump day.
That marketing guy or girl, I mean, hump day. I know. Mike. What day is it? Mike. My cousin says I sound like the Campbell. I don't know why. So,
yeah, you sound like a camel.
I do. I just don't smoke like one. Thank you. For those who knows what a camel is.
Joe Camel.
Oh, that's right. Joe Campbell.
Camel.
Yeah, that was a lot of...
Joe Cool.
There was an old gentleman, Lawrence, his name was, growing up. He was World War II. And he had very little teeth or no teeth in him. He used to live down in the basement by himself. He used to come up, very intelligent man. Oh my gosh!
Who is this again?
His name was Lawrence. I don't remember his last name.
World
War II. Yeah. I grew up. Well, I was growing up as a kid, and I got to go see in his little apartment. And he used to come to here, and he made mobiles by hand, and he did books wall to wall. He didn't need any installation, from the floor to the ceiling. Books.
Yeah.
It was like he was like an Einstein, but he smoked Camels, no filter, and his fingers were all yellow because he smoked, But what got me was, after he smoked, he had just a little bit left. He would take it and disintegrate it in his hand. He would just talk to you, and he'd be disintegrating what was left. So any little tobacco or any of the wrapper was disintegrating. He just, and so it was like dust.
Is that right?
And finally, it just got to me. I was a kid, and I said, we didn't call him Lawrence, but I forget what his nickname was. But he says, just habit from the war. When you smoke during the war, you disintegrate everything, so the enemy cannot find the cigarette butts and follow you.
Oh yeah.
See, now in Vietnam, there was a different attitude. and they just threw the cigarette butts, and the Vietnamese was able to follow the U.S. soldiers because the cigarette butts were all over the place. They were just like breadcrumbs.
Interesting.
Yeah, but during World War II, he learned to just disintegrate it to nothing.
Yeah, because if you think about a platoon, that's like there's just one right after another. You got a group of guys, and they're all going to throw them down. If you disintegrate it, you won't.
He just disintegrated, and he just scattered into the wind. Any kind of air. They were just
interesting.
Yeah, and it was. But I remember seeing his fingers all yellow at one time, and back then.
That's probably a little bit of it too, because as the nicotine is wet and disintegrating in his fingers, it rubs.
But back then, I grew up in the city, as everyone knows, and we lived in a duplex apartment house, and we had about 16 to 20 stairs from the ground up to get into the first level, and it was back then the neighborhoods were safe, and the neighbors would all gather on the porch, and we have, I call them Yaleys, because we were umpteen blocks away from Yale University where we lived, and they used to rent out. So we got to meet the students and everything, and a couple of them, certain students, they stick in your mind, like couples would come in sometimes, and one came in and he had a wash tub. A round wash tub, and poked a hole in the middle of the wash tub, put a rope in it, got a stick, put a groove in it, turn the wash tub upside down, put a groove into the bottom of the stick, and put it on the rim of the wash tub, and then put the string to the top of the stick and pulled back with his foot. Boom, 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 made a bass. And his significant other, I think she played banjo.
Yeah.
And we go up there, and they would sit on the front porch with us, and we would sing. I don't remember what it was, but and then the neighbors would come in from across. This is in the city now, and it was like the one gentleman, we called him the mayor of Edwards Street. That's where I grew up, in Edwards Street in New Haven, and we called him the mayor of the city. He was like Mayor Kent Quinn, always dressed up. I mean, sharp.
Yeah.
I mean, even after work. He would come in, he'd still be dressed, and he'd come in shorts, but they were nice, and everything was like, he'd come in, and we'd talk, him and his wife, and I was just a kid, and I was just amazed at all this, all this talent, and they would just come up just to sing and have fun. There was another couple that lived in the basement. This was Halloween. Oh my God. She played the piano. Now, they lived in a basement, and they, the type of piano was a spinet. I guess it's not like a baby grand, stood up kind of thing. And they brought a small piano down into the basement because she would play. That was her thing. I don't know if they were teachers or what they did with Yale and what he did. But they're both professors, I think. They lived there for a while. So Halloween was coming. So to get to their apartment, you had to go down these little stairs, and then under the porch stairs, and then their doorway was there, and there's a little hallway, and then they get into their apartment downstairs. So she was all dressed up, and the kids would go, they come in, trick or treat, and go down there. So they would go down there, and the door would open automatically. Nobody was there, and she was dressed up like a witch. Welcome, children. And she's there. All of a sudden, he comes up, he turns, and he goes, welcome. And he plays the piano. Their hair goes straight up, and they run out screaming. I don't know how much candy they gave away or didn't give away, but it was a hoot. My dad used to create masks, whole headpieces, out of paper mache, but you would never know it was paper mache because after he would adorn it with whiskers and fangs and what have you. And I got to put it on, and it would fit on my head, and I would put like a big robe on me, and I would sit on the stairs. And one he had that. He hooked it up with a battery, and you had two contacts on your thumb and your first finger. And every time you pressed them together, it would make the connection, and the whole head would go light right up.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, it was a cool thing. So I put my hand over my other hand like a sheet, and I was all dressed up, and I just sat on the top of the stairs where the kids come and trick or treat. I didn't move, but my hand underneath was going, and I would time it, and my head would go blink, 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 until they got real. Or the next to me, I go, hey, woo! They would run
because they thought it was just
just
an inanimate object. Yeah, that's just glowing.
Yeah, and it was like, me. But I remember my dad and his best friend. I'll keep last names out, but his best friend was Joe. And Joe went out he had a pith helmet with the gun and dressed up as a hunter. And my dad dressed up as the wild man that got caught by him. And he had the head on with he made tusks that came down. I mean, it looked scary. Who knows? I have a picture somewhere in the archives somewhere. I don't know. But they would go up to people that they knew, and Joe had a plastic mask, so you couldn't see his face of whatever the character he was, the hunter. And bing bong, they ring the bell. He just stand there, and my dad would say, "Go." I'm in the background. I went to 2 houses, and the rest. Then I had to go home. But they said, and they would go to all the people that they knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hear, and the stories that were told that, oh, no. And so, who's there? Who are you? Of course, my dad would say, Joe would say his line or whatever, I caught this man in Africa. Oh, it's you two. It's you two. But yeah, my dad made these. And then of course I learned it, and I made it. How do you make the paper mache? You figure your head, then you buy a balloon and you blow it up.
Oh, yeah,
and then you craft it and everything. Then you
paper mache.
Yeah, paper mache, which is light, and then you put however you want to do it, and then you pop the balloon, you cut the eyes out, and so forth and so on, and you make it. But the hard part is I made one in the later years. I put it on, and I went trick-or-treating. I was still a kid. But the problem was every time you lit the light, it lit up the inside, so you couldn't see because you get all that reflection.
It's bright, yeah.
So I had to stop. I couldn't walk into it, so I had to stop and then blink, hey, And when I blinked, I closed my eyes. I learned quick because you blink, you got all that, your eyes, what do you call it? The pupils get big, and then by the time it gets, so it's like, okay, you learn quick.
To have them adjust, yeah.
Well, that's why the costumes that are made in Hollywood, they cut out and the eyes are indented. So your real eyes are there, and then they paint around your eyes black, so you don't get that, and then they'll then get all. But I didn't use latex. Now a friend of mine, he got into Hollywood makeup, and we were kids now, I remember, and he had the latex. He made scars, and one kid he put his eye on his cheek, fake eye, and he covered the whole eye, and he was getting pretty good at it,
Yeah.
But he never, he became a police officer. So, but he went into that, and it's pretty good. And you can still buy locally. You can buy the stuff that does that holds the plastic on you or what have you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it now, but yeah. When I don't need to know the name of it, it'll come to my mind, of course. But it's a glue that doesn't affect you, but you just pull your skin together. You put the glue and put your skin together, and it holds it. Then you just fill in where your skin is, and it looks like a big cut or what have you. Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. But he did good. He did good with the appliances. That's it. The appliances put on, but I can't think of the glue that you put on
I don't know
to do it. But I remember they have the other thing where you put. There's a magic trick, quote unquote. You put like contact cement, but it's not real contact cement. It's the stuff that you peel off. And you throw the ball and it sticks to your nose. You're like you're balancing. Then you put your head forward. And it sticks there. Well, the girl didn't know, and she just put glue on there. She put the instant glue,
like crazy glue.
Yeah, like crazy on her nose. Ding! Hey, look! Then she went to take it off, and they had to buy the stuff to dilute it. But yeah, oh no! She didn't pay attention to what kind of glue to put on. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But that's you live and learn. I know. No, you would pay attention. Oh, but yeah.
Man.
Stories from way back. But it was good though. It's good that you grew up and you see different things. But the makeup, and I have a very respect for these makeup artists.
Yeah.
Especially the newer ones that are, with the eyes, and of course, Star Trek come a long way with the ears and everything.
Yeah.
If you look at 1966, did you know they just redid the 1966 footage? They digitally enhanced it and cleaned it up from 1966.
Of
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek, yeah. It looks good.
Digitally remastered,
and the effects are enhanced.
Yeah.
So the effects that they tried in 1966, they enhanced them and made them more clear. They put their spin on it. They attribute to it. In other words, they didn't destroy what they had done in 1966. But for example, there was one episode where they came upon the cube, and in '66 it was just a cube spinning, and it was out of focus and everything. But in the new version, it's more sharp, and then you get different angles going around the cube, where the other one they only had the one angle. So they changed it. And there's another one where there's a planet they came up against. It looks like all bulbs and everything. But what they did, they enhanced it, and it was a planet that was controlled, I think, by a computer. And they didn't know it was, the inhabitants of it didn't know it was a computer. So they showed the structure behind the bulbs. Where in the original, you just see the bulbs. But in the new one, it's behind. You see the black structure. You know. So again, enhancing a tribute to what they did. But yeah, they did. I don't know how many episodes, if they did them all or not. But yeah,
they did that with the original Star Wars, and I think about it when I got to watch it, it was kind of neat because it was
with the hovercraft and all that.
Well, yeah, and like the original trilogy was remastered, and they added some CGI things here and there and stuff. And I'm actually really glad I got to watch it originally. Like, it was on VHS, and I watched it originally, and then it was that following Christmas that on VHS and DVD it came out with the newly enhanced versions. Like, for example, I think in the scene there of A New Hope, it was where Han Solo's talking to Jabba the Hutt, and he just walks behind him in the original because it's just like he's just kind of there. Yeah. But they kind of like enhanced it to where he's
that's that big fat thing.
Yeah, to where he's walking behind it in the new one, where he actually like steps on his tail, and they get the reaction of Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, okay.
Which. Whatever.
It's
with all
a
that.
little.
I like the older kind of untouched little version of that.
Now, when he's in, what was that the car, but it hovered. It's a hovercraft, I guess you call it?
Yeah, they call it, I think, a land speeder.
Land speeder, yeah. Well, no, the land speeder is like a motorcycle. This was a car. Or was the land speeder? Oh.
No,
If you know what we're talking about, call in 622-9622.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the land speeder. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a car. And it's got
the way they did it was basically he sat in it, and it was on a forklift.
Yeah, it was on an arm that swung, which was a great idea.
Well, it pulled out and stuff like that. But later on, when it had a, I don't know if they did the full shot of it, the whole thing, but the way they got away with it was they put a mirror underneath.
Yeah.
That reflected the ground.
Yeah.
So
Smart.
And it would just
because you only need like certain shots of it for so long. So literally, if it's going in a circle and you get the backdrop as the desert, it's just as you take a 15-second shot of it.
If that long.
It's perfect.
If that long.
If that long.
Yeah. It's the tricks of the trade.
I think that was kind of neat. That was right. Isn't that at the end of the day, that's what George Lucas really won when it came to Star Wars, was the ingenuity of what he could do to make the effects look the way it did. Right.
Star Trek the same way. The newer ones.
Yeah.
They're falling, and they're falling. It's done in reverse. No, they didn't move the camera. They're on the ground, and there's a gigantic mirror showing the sky, and they're just standing there, just like And when you show it in reverse, your mind thinks they're falling at you.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's opposite.
Yeah.
Things that thinking out of just like magic tricks, thinking out of the box.
Yeah. And then you think most of the original Star Wars trilogy is like. It's just small figure models that they use, like for the flying scenes and.
Oh, really?
And all that, yeah.
What is that new series out that? Starts the name of the character.
The Mandalorian.
That's the one. Mandalorian starts with an M. Yeah.
With Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
What a marketing tool that was.
Gee, I wonder why they did that, and how coincidental it came out at the same time. But. That was done like a movie.
Yeah.
That was.
Did you watch it? I didn't watch any of it. Yeah.
Bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Called trailers.
It played on a different, less hokey, more realistic, more emotional human element.
What I seen the sets. I mean, it's like whoa. You look at whoa.
Yeah.
This is we're up to the break already.
We are. We got more coming your way. AIM Ocala Live. We're going to take our break for our national news, but we'll be right back right after this.
I'm Chris Foster. Joe Biden formally accepts the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. John McCain's widow, Cindy, is among the Republicans who've spoken on his behalf during the Democrats' convention this week.
For 3 decades, Joe was able to move his colleagues and find a way forward. On violence against women, banning chemical weapons, assault weapons, and controlling nuclear arms.
The president's son, Donald Trump Jr., says about Republicans supporting Biden.
I don't think anyone's going to say Cindy McCain is going to come and support Trump. Oh, wow, look, the GOP is looking to her for influence, and I don't think that the GOP is looking to any of those people as thought leaders.
He was on Fox Business Network. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders because of wildfires in Northern California. The town of Boulder Creek is evacuated in Central California. A state fire spokesman says crews are stretched thin. America's listening to Fox News.
I like a bed that's really firm.
I need something a little softer than that.
Rest easy. With the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed, you can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Can it really help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Okay, but can it help keep us asleep?
It senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you effortlessly comfortable. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. It's our biggest sale of the year where all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have clouds and sunshine today with a thunderstorm and a high of 87 to 89. Partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then look for a mix of clouds and sunshine on Thursday with a couple of thunderstorms around in the afternoon. High tomorrow, 88 to 90. Cloudy on Friday with a thunderstorm, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
WOCA.
On August 26th at 10:05 a.m., representatives from the College of Central Florida will be my guest. This month's program will feature CF Associate Professor Travis Douglas, our agribusiness program manager, who will talk about the need for employees in the agribusiness field and in our area and share some of his personal experiences running a farm and what careers are available. Again, that's Wednesday the 26th at 10:35 a.m. It's valuable news from the College of Central Florida and your friends at WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source. WOCA.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Ocala business leaders Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us.
For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
And welcome back, because you're listening to AIM Ocala Live on this Wednesday, August
You're
19th. I am Adam Mickulin, your host, and you're Joe.
That's me, Big Joe.
A little mid-morning with Joe.
Yeah, mid-late morning now. Look at this. 10:36 or something like that, whatever the time is.
It's funny, my concept of time now, after doing this for almost a year, or almost 9 months.
Make up my mind.
Is just how, like, it used to be like, 10:30. Okay. Yeah, it's a little late, but it's still considered morning. Like, okay. Now it's like, oh, man, this is like 2 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you'd be surprised. It depends on how you're living.
And now 9:30 feels like 3 a.m.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that are morning people.
Yeah.
There you go, yawning again.
I don't know what kind of, if people say, oh, yeah, I'm not a morning person. It's like, I don't know. Some days I'm a morning person, some days I'm not.
I'll tell you what,
some days I enjoy waking up early, some days I don't.
Yeah, it depends how you feel when you wake up.
I'm not an everyday morning person.
Well, there are people that wake up in the morning, they have their routine, they have their coffee on their lanai,
and they
listen to the birds.
Well, my ex-father-in-law, he used to give us a hard time. Like, say it's vacation, we're on vacation or something, so we sleep in a little bit, and then we wake up and we're a little groggy, and he's like, oh, you're not a morning person, are you? I'm like, no, I am. You know why? Because I don't have to have 2 cups of caffeine and 3 cigarettes to get my day started. Without that, I think I can deal with the day. Yeah. Apparently, you can't. What do you mean? I was up at 6 a.m. Yeah, and God forbid you didn't have those smokes and that caffeine. How would you make it through the day? So who at the end of the day is the morning person? Me, because I slept in a couple hours later and was a little groggy, or you, because you need the drugs, the stimulants.
I think you're fine when you're on vacation to sleep in.
Yeah, I
Go
think so
for
too.
it. That's why they call it vacation. Hopefully, but to each their own.
To each their own.
Some people like to get the old newspaper, shake it out, look at it, and then listen to the birds in the morning and. Now,
and what's the sound with every movie, every television show, everything that was always the sun coming up and the birds chirping?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's morning.
Yeah,
it's the morning day, and but you get up in the morning, pouring rain, and it's like everything's getting cleaned and cleaned and what have you. And especially the pollen when it's let it rain, please let it rain. Oof, wash it all away.
Yeah, the falling water's got a lot of negative ions, which helps kind of purify things. And last night was a little contribution to that, because the wind picked up. It looked like it was going to rain at certain points at our house. It ended up raining. It ended up raining right around about 7 in the evening.
How long?
But it was for about 20 minutes or so.
Oh, good. I had a whole 5.
Yeah, it was for a while, and it was nice. It was refreshing. Like, everything felt crisp and a little bit more clean.
Yeah. It went all around me. The thunder, the lightning.
Yeah.
I was outside working in the yard, and I got wet. Oh, that feels good. I'm ready to continue working in the yard, and it stopped.
Is that right? Yeah.
I'm going, are you serious? It brings the temperature down by 10 or 20 degrees when it rains.
Yeah.
I am ready to keep going. It was like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just went out and, swept a little bit, but it was like, arr.
So it rained, it did all that, and then just before the sun was going to go down, it all stopped and kind of cleared itself out. And I went outside to take the trash out, and I told her, I said, you need to come outside. We just put our boy to bed. I said, you need to come out and look at the sky. She's like, yeah. I said, yeah, you need to come out and look at it.
It was good?
And that's the amazing part about Florida.
I didn't see a Facebook post. Everybody does that.
Take a picture of it. The picture doesn't do it justice. I learned that a long time ago, trying to take a picture of sky.
Where has it gone where, like, you go, oh, I'm enjoying that. Oh, I got to share it with everybody. Now it's like, do you really have to share it with me? Do I really want to see what you saw because you liked it? Maybe. maybe not.
Well, it's it's not about that. It's like I want you to see what I've been doing, and it's special.
Well, that and music behind me, yeah. But other than that, that's good. But don't show me your surgeries.
Yeah,
it's like too much information.
TMI.
Whoever thought of that saying
TMI.
Yeah, too much information. I don't want it. I know you're going through heck, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see. Oh, I got 4 staples. Well, I got 10. Oh, I feel bad for you. I'm glad you're on the heel, but I don't want to see it. And I don't. I just oof, and it's gone. I scroll down, but it's not like you could have somebody, like the olden days, they had the taster. I want you to. That'd be good. If you had a lot of money, you'd be my taster. Look through Facebook and filter it for me. I don't want to see this and
I
that.
heard just recently somebody say that. Who was it? Was it Ben Shapiro? It was somebody
about the taster.
That after they. And this was a stretch here. This isn't an opinion of the source, but it was after Kamala Harris was the nominee, or was for the running mate with Joe Biden. I think after it was looked at and deciphered a little bit, and some of the information coming out, it was like, what somebody said at the end. They're like, Joe Biden better get a taste tester.
Oh, I got it.
To the idea of something, but like I said,
he won't need that. He won't need that. What happened? I don't know.
Yeah, it was the King. King had
the King had the taste tester. Yeah, everything.
It usually made the gesture.
What happened to your taste tester? He did a great job. What happened? He's dead. What? He did his job. Now you're the new one. Well, you got that, or we're gonna chop your head off. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you taste it, or you're gonna get your head chopped off. What's your choice?
I heard they make great money though.
For a while.
Sure. It's because it's not every day their food's poisoned. Because it would be easy. It'd just be like, all right, they get it. Yeah. So for a while there, you're living high off the hog.
Well, you put it off for the family
until you got to taste.
Dear, this is for you. I won't be here next week, maybe. When you get it, give me a kiss goodbye this morning. You mean see you later? No, it could be goodbye.
Not only was he an essential worker. Right.
He was an essential worker.
He was an essential worker, and he was a hero, and he put his life on the line every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day he put his life on the line, and he was unappreciated. Oh, no, he was very appreciated by the King.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the King sat there and watched him sample.
Yeah.
He didn't bring the plate. I sample everything. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Do it again. And then the other job was the jester. Mm-hmm. If he wasn't funny, chop his head off.
If he wasn't funny, he became the taste tester.
Good. That's very good. Yeah, exactly what happened. You were right on the ball on that one. Why me? But sure. But I wouldn't want to live in.
You would have been a jester.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
Picture you with a hat.
I wouldn't want to live in the, because the throne. Where was the throne? It's in the yard, about 40 paces down. Different kind of throne, but And there's a museum up in Connecticut. I remember, and I love to go in this place because it was all armor, knight's armor.
Oh yeah.
And one after the other. I can't remember where. I want to say Hartford, maybe. Could have been New Haven, Yale University over there because the Peabody Museum, but I don't remember. I don't think they had one in there. No. I go up and I used blocks from the Peabody Museum, which is a famous museum, Yale, and they have. The closest one, the next one is in New York, but they have the dinosaurs, real bones from the dinosaurs throughout there, because they found dinosaurs in Connecticut, and the big bones there, and they had the names. One looks, the small one with the crown behind it with the big horn.
Triceratops.
That's the one. And they have one there, and I love the way they did it, because as you look at it, from one side it's all bone.
Mm-hmm.
And you look on the other side, and they applied all the skin.
Is that right?
So you know what it looks like.
See what it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go from one side to the other, and then of course you got that big one with the little arm.
Triceratops.
And that one's there. I don't know why you do it.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Thank you. Okay. Rex. There. Rex. That was
T-Rex.
T-Rex. And they have all, and then the bird, and they have all those, and of course the fossils.
Pterodactyl.
But then there's a section you walk in there, and I always remember this. And it was on a turntable, a full mannequin, full size, in Indian garb, the whole thing, and it's probably still there. But it makes the whole room. You walk in there like, ooh, and it's spotlighted, and it's in the case right in the middle, and it turns very slowly.
Oh yeah.
I think it goes like 180, and then turns back and goes the other way.
Oh, wicked.
Oh yeah, and then of course all the Indian artifacts and the big murals. But we used to go there as students and residents of Connecticut. You got in for free on certain days.
Oh, cool.
And it was 3 floors. It's 3 floors. Second floor we didn't do much. We got there by accident. Oops, all bookkeeping. Third floor is where they had a mummy from it's pretty cool. And they, of course the exhibits are added on. I don't recall ever them watching them take anything away. I always added. And it's a good sized museum, but not a big museum. It has to be pretty big for the dinosaurs in there and everything. But yeah, it was very, very. If I ever get back up to Connecticut, I might just go back in just to see, just for the heck of it and see it. But yeah. And we didn't play in there, although we enjoyed it.
Don't touch.
Oh yeah, don't touch. I remember in the as I got older, I went in there once, and the guard followed me because I went into the room. I knew exactly where the mummy was, and I wanted to take a picture of it, And I don't know if the pictures were allowed or not, but I took it without a flash. I knew better. You don't take a flash because it disintegrates the stuff. The flashing.
Let's stop there for a second.
Okay.
I've always heard that, like.
Yeah.
To have the flash on. Like, are we talking like old time flash? We're talking like back in the 1800s where it was like.
No.
Or are we talking about the 1930s when it was a giant bulb and you had to replace the bulb each flash?
60s and above, where a flash.
The flash with my iPhone now would deteriorate something that's been around for thousands of years.
I don't know. I don't know if they.
I don't think so. I think it's the same wives' tale that we need to have you shut off all of your electronic devices.
No.
FAA regulations because it interferes with the navigation systems of the pilots, which is farce.
See, now I went into
maybe back in the day it messed up with the magnetic compass a little bit, and then some interscope like that. But nowadays, not at all. Your iPad does nothing.
I don't remember if it was a digital one or my 35 millimeter film one, but I had a camera. And I was in Orlando, and they had a Norman Rockwell exhibit in the big wherever it was down there. I don't remember where it was, but they had a banner, Norman Rockwell. I pulled in immediately. I'm a Norman Rockwell fanatic, and as I pulled in there, and all his real works were on the walls. So I flipped up my camera, and I went to take a picture. I didn't even hit the button. Tap on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. Yes. You can't take. I wasn't going to use a flash. No, I'm sorry. A lot of these are on lend to us by the owners. You cannot take a picture of it. I said, but it's no. I said, okay. I put the camera away.
Yeah.
And they watched, and they had one wall with every single, not one issue missed of all Saturday Night Post, all of them.
Do you know when you really break it down and you think about it? The whole reasoning behind not taking pictures of it is if there's a bunch of pictures out there of it, nobody needs to come to the museum to see it.
No, I disagree.
Yeah,
I 100%.
Why else could you not take a picture of it?
Well,
what harm does a picture do?
Exactly. I would keep it for a memory when I was there.
Of course.
But I went to see one of the Norman Rockwell, and I got within 5 inches of the painting because there's no ropes. And of course, they were watching me, and I was looking at, he had painted a sleeve under the coat, and then on the sleeve, he had a button. But he had layered one color, and then another one, the same color over until he got the thickness that he wanted, and then he painted the button on it to give it like a depth.
Sure.
And I'm looking at this, and when you look far away, that's nice. You figure you just put a little shadow. No, he actually built it up layer after layer, and I'm looking at that, and of course the guard is like 2 feet from me, looking like I want to touch it. I said, don't worry, I respect his work,
Yeah.
And of course his son had videos of him and everything. There was a video show of it and everything. But it was one heck of an exhibit there of Norman Rockwell. Of course, I grew up in Connecticut, and I could have actually met the man because he was in Vermont. I never did.
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of thing. Just like,
but like at the end of the day, taking pictures of it doesn't do any harm other than if there's a bunch of pictures out of it, then more people are like, oh, I seen a picture of it, I see it.
Well,
I
you
don't
go to
see
book
the
and
real
get
one.
a picture of all his works.
Well,
I have Norman Rockwell books that have all his pictures. What? No one can see what I just did. I'm Italian, so I talk with my hands, and I had a pen in my hand, and it went flying.
You're all over the place today.
Well, I have a Norman.
Literally, even your pen.
Even my pen, yeah. But the Norman Rockwell book, I've got it for as gifts, and a lot of his works, and I just like the fact that he used the people in the village where he lived, or the town, whatever you want to call it. And his imagination filled the rest.
Right, and then Norman Rockwell was it was an institute mindset of what the concept was of America at the time.
Yes, it was clean. It was respectful. It was.
That's how people perceive it.
Almost like a Walt Disney.
Yes,
yeah.
in a sense. And I remember the first Norman Rockwell.
The Thanksgiving.
No, it was at the doctor's office, Dr. Krill. So he was a family physician.
You're talking a real person now.
I'm talking about a real person.
Okay.
And in his office, he had Norman Rockwell. He had in the waiting room. He had.
Let me guess. The little girl holding the doll and with the stethoscope, and he's in a chair looking down at her.
Yeah, that was in there. And then in his office, he had the one with all the boys in the tank tops with the rusty old can trying to putt with their golf clubs and the rock or whatever it was.
But the way he did things, the lion keeper, he's sitting there eating his sandwich, and the lion's in the cage behind him with the big eyes looking at it,
And that was the first Dr. Krill. And he was one of the doctors that wore that thing on his head that had the...
Oh, with the little hole in the center of it.
Yeah, with the mirror thing.
Yeah.
That guy was old when I was young.
He put it down there, and he's looking right through the little hole. And it reflected the light back into you.
Yeah. Like old school. But it's like... You could tell it's old. It's like got a leather strap that, had a buffalo nickel attached to it.
Want to go fishing?
That was the... Yes, buddy. That's for Beneficial Hearing, one of our sponsors here, as we've had their ad play, is like we know and to run it, but we always made the joke that it was some young guy like myself trying to stretch a grandpa voice. Hey grandpa. Yes, buddy.
That didn't work.
Can you take me fishing next week? Of course.
No, you sound constipated.
That's what he does.
No. He sounds older than that. He doesn't sound constipated.
Oh, what are you doing, Grandpa? I'm going to get your grandmother. Oh.
It's these hemorrhoids. We have to stand up and fish.
Stand up and fish.
You're a sick individual.
10:52 as we're rounding out our show here. AM Ocala Live, and we got Joe in for a little mid-morning with Joe. We have a good show so far.
Hemorrhoids, by the famous song, Ring of Fire.
They played out of Mike Gallagher, or is it Glenn Beck something yesterday? Yeah, it was Mike Gallagher.
Ring of Fire?
Because it's got the dun 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 dun.
What is it today? Let's see, we had coming up is Ice Cream Cone Day in September. I already got the date on that one. That'll be September 22nd.
What's that?
Ice Cream Cone Day, September 22nd.
At
everywhere. It's national Ice Cream Cone Day.
Oh, is that what Congress has been doing, putting these national holidays on inanimate objects like a cone and a donut? Isn't every day some national day?
Why not? As long as it has to do with food, it's fine with me. Good food. I haven't had. Let's see, it's Calzone Day. I haven't got that one yet.
Yeah. What was it?
Lasagna Day.
Or it's best when they say it's International Yada Yada Day. I'm like, really? International, globally, they're worried about donuts.
There used to, exactly. There used to be one that says, everything tastes better on a cracker. I won't say the brand name, but don't say the brand name. Everything tastes better on a cracker. And that was their slogan. I think Andy Griffith did that. Or he used everything tastes better on a good kind of thing, but that was their logo, or their slogan,
The Ritz? Carlton?
I don't know. I don't remember. But everything tastes better on a cracker. Really? Really? Everything tastes better on a cracker. Here we go.
I sliced up some kielbasa that I made last night, a little smorgasbord, and we had it with some cheese and crackers. It was phenomenal. It does taste better on a cracker.
Yeah, now,
that did.
You say kielbasa? Mm-hmm. What brand? Do you remember?
Just a local grocer brand.
I have had kielbasa, local grocery brand. They're delicious. Why don't I write it down? Because you go shopping something. Oh, kielbasa, you grab it. Oh, that didn't taste.
Mm-hmm. This was the grocery store's own brand.
Their own brand.
Yep.
Well, it's still made by another one that makes kielbasa for the other brand too. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
But I like the sausage that is sliced up, and it was. It was in a bag with the zucchini and the sauce and the little round sliced up sausages in there. Slices of sausage, and the sausages are like, I wish I could just buy the sausage.
Yeah.
Well, I eat all the ziti and everything, then I'd save the sausage for last.
Yeah.
And it was like, these things are so dang good.
Like kids do with Lucky Charms and the marshmallows.
Marshmallows are hard. You know, you could buy a whole bag of those things.
Of just the marshmallows?
Just the marshmallows, yeah, locally.
Here's something else coming out when we mentioned the topic of food and snacks and sugary things. It says new Girl Scout flavor cookie is announced for 2021.
Oh, who wants to eat Girl Scouts? Oh.
Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, cookies, okay.
Jeez, Howie. How many cups of coffee today there, Joe?
4.
Yep. A breakfast cookie is coming soon.
Who's nervous? I'm not nervous.
It's a Girl Scout cookie flavor. It says a breakfast cookie. It says Girl Scouts of the USA is adding a new flavor to their line of cookies called a Toastier.
A Toastier. What does it taste like?
Toastier. The French toast-themed dessert features a top layer of frosting with a maple syrup-like flavor.
So far, so good.
A crunchy texture and a signature trefoil stamp. And the cookie is shaped like a slice of French toast with a raised crust edge.
Now, I like French toast if it's done right.
I do too. I love French toast.
I can't think of the grocery store right now off the top of my head, but it's a little package. It's way overpriced, but it's sliced up and it's cooked and it's like a seasoned toast. But it's not French toast. It's hard. It's a hard bread. It's a hard toast. But they're only about like the size of a silver dollar, all sliced up, and they always.
What is it? What is it again?
It's toast, but it's all seasoned with seasonings, salt, pepper, and all the seasonings in there, and it's cooked, and boy, is it good.
Like a cracker?
No, it's toast. It's bread. It's bread that's sliced up, but it's only about the size of a silver dollar.
For like something you would use for like caviar.
Yeah, I would rather put cream cheese on it or something.
Yeah.
But I eat them as plain like that with just a coffee or something. Oh man, these things are good. I can't think of the name of them. But they're way overpriced. It's like every other month treat for if you wanted to go buy them. They are expensive.
Yeah.
For what you're getting. So stuff like that. It's like, can I do that at home and then save all this money and make a lot? And there's a lot of people out there now that are cracking the code on these this fast foods that are out there.
Oh, you're talking about I know there's a guy in the video.
Like a chicken sandwich that's available out there now.
Yeah, and then chicken nuggets for each restaurant, like whether it's a couple fast food chains that he shows you the way that they make them.
Yeah, and you can make it at home.
And there's
for half the price and make more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're paying for the convenience. Let's face it.
Of course, everything is for the convenience now.
Oh, yeah.
And things are convenient.
Oh yeah. Last night I went.
Like I was telling you about the watermelon.
To what?
Like I was telling you before on the show about the watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah, the convenience of just buying it already sliced.
Oh, that was the other day.
Already chunked.
That was the other day you were talking about that.
Yeah.
I went and bought some calzones.
Waste time slicing on the watermelon.
I do. I like it. Yeah. But little calzones, $2. Little calzones, all done. Takes 2 minutes 30 seconds in the microwave. They got 4 cheese or they have the pepperoni.
Oh yeah, what are those called? Hot Pockets.
No, these are calzones. They're big. That's it. A calzone is a miniature hot pocket.
Hot Pocket.
I mean the other way around. Hot Pocket is a miniature.
Hot Pocket.
So you're welcome. That's what I say about that.
Hot Pocket.
And now Hot Pockets will be sponsoring the show.
There's a good comedian,
AM Ocala Live.
Jim Gaffigan, who talks about it. He goes. They make breakfast Hot Pockets. So you can have a Hot Pocket for breakfast, a Hot Pocket for lunch, and be dead by dinner.
oh, you're stuffed in other words. Okay.
And then he says there's one for lean pockets. You read the directions on those?
No.
It says open package, drop directly into toilet.
Oh, that's mean. That is so mean.
That'll do it for AM Ocala Live on this Wednesday, this hump day, August 19th. Join us tomorrow, Thursday's show. Coming up as we, of course, bring you Thursdays with Veterans News. Is the clinic going to be here tomorrow?
Yes, they're due to come in. I haven't had a word. No emergency so far. Knock on wood. Ouch.
Yeah. Good. And that'll do it. And until tomorrow, everybody, goodbye.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Joe Biden officially the Democratic presidential nominee after night 2 of the virtual Democratic National Convention, where delegates pledged their support to the former VP from every state and U.S. territory. And among the many who spoke last night was Colin Powell, a registered Republican who's throwing his support to Biden.
Today we are a country divided, and we have a president doing everything in his power to make it that way and keep us that way. What a difference it will make to have a president who unites us, who restores our strength and our soul.
The U.S. Postal Service now won't be making any big operational changes prior to Election Day. That according to Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, who announced yesterday he's also expanding a task force that's working to ensure the delivery of election